Hello, good afternoon, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another episode. And today we will be covering the World Championship under 20 400 meters semi-final as well as the 100 meters final. So stay tuned for the 100 meter final because it comes up just after this video. If you haven't done so as yet, go ahead and smash the like button and turn the notification on. Big shout out to everyone who's tuned into Halftime TV, and for those who've been with us from the Olympics, welcome back as we plan on putting on quite a show once more. Again, big shout out to everyone. I hope you've been keeping safe. I hope the week so far has been a productive one for you and your respective families. Remember, this is the World Under 20 Championship, and this is track and field happening in Lima, Peru. We will not be showing the videos live on here. So if you're interested in watching the action live while it takes place, you can head on over to the Halftime TV community page. I shared a link there. You can watch it on World Athletics page for free, depending on where you are in the world. Obviously, if you're in Jamaica, you can watch it on TVJ Sports Network. But as I said, in North America, in Canada, well, in the United States and in Canada and the entire North American region, you can watch it on the World Athletics page. So you can just go ahead over to the Halftime TV community page. Just, I think the link should be at the top, and you can proceed from there. It's very easy, really. You put in an email address, password, basically setting up an account. But it's 3 quick steps, if I'm to be honest with you. My account was set up in, I think, like 5 minutes or so. So big shout out again, everyone who's tuned into Halftime TV. We also have an ongoing poll. So if you haven't done so as yet, go ahead and vote. You know how we like to do it. We like to keep the audience engaged. So let's check on the polls to see what's happening over there. But remember, always get your votes in. We have 18 votes in so far. Will the Jamaicans progress through to the finals? And this is for the 400 meters. So let's keep those votes coming in. Let's keep sharing your thoughts. All right. So remember, smash the like button as soon as you hop onto this live stream. Subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so, as we continue our quest to 25,000 subscribers. We're already past 24,500. So less than 500 subscribers to go before we get to 25,000. So for everyone who's been supporting Halftime TV over the past couple of months / years, we've been doing it since 2019, and we continue to grow steadily. And remember, everything you see here, fully organic. So it's all organic views over here at Halftime TV. We do videos that have as much as 1,000 views, but we also have videos that have as much as 115,000 views, and we continue to put in the work. All right, so without further ado, let's head over to some of the action. What I'll do, I'll share my screen so you guys can see what the lineups are. We'll do a quick run through, you know how we usually do it, a quick pre-race analysis and assessment, and then we'll get over to the action. The first 400 meter semi-final is scheduled to start in just about I want to say 8 minutes or so. So I think that gives us enough time to actually do a quick run through of the starters list and provide a little bit of background where necessary. All right. So again, big shout out to everyone. Big shout out to everyone, and keep your thoughts coming in as well in the comment section. Keep sharing those thoughts. Keep smashing the like button. It's Halftime TV, and we're back here having taken a break since the Olympics. We're back for the Under 20 World Championship in Lima, Peru. All right, so big up everybody again as we continue on our quest to 25,000 subscribers. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so folks in the comment section, let me know when you can see my screen. Let me know when you can see the screen. Let me know when you can see the screen, and then we'll do a quick run through. All right, so just keep me posted if you can see the screen. Drop some flags in the comment section or some fire emoji or whichever way you want to communicate. Just let us know that you can actually see the screen. Okay. All right, so for the 400 meters, we'll be running through the starters, and there are 3 semifinals. And remember, 3 semifinals for the 400 meters, and we'll have the males first, and then we'll have the females afterwards. As you can see, the time here is 6:22, which is just about 6 minutes from now, 5:22 Jamaica time. So as you can see over here, and I want you to pay keen attention, the first 2 from each heat plus the 2 fastest times will qualify for the finals. So first 2 from each heat plus the 2 fastest time. What that means is each athlete, regardless of where you finish, you just have to ensure that you give your 110% best, because you never know. You may very well be one of those athletes heading to the finals outside the top 2. All right, so heat number 1, the start list is as follows. We have Jet Grundy out of Australia, personal best of 46.81. Out of Trinidad and Tobago, we have Jaden Clement, personal best 47.44. Vinicius Moura, out of Brazil. We have Sean Doggett out of Ireland. Jacob Zarapo out of Poland. We have out of South Africa, Udeme Okon with a personal best of 45.41. We have Jaden Davis out of the United States with 45.49, and Jamaica's Kamario Bygrave with 46.34. Jamaica's Kamario Bygrave, naturally, for those who've been paying attention to track and field in Jamaica over the past couple of months, he was one of those athletes who did exceptionally well at the Issa Grace Kennedy Boys Championships, which were held in March of this year. All right, so Bygrave, he's a Jamaican representative in this semifinal number 1, and we want to do a quick run through to show you what's up, because there are 3 semifinals. Okay, so semifinal number 2, we have Simone Giliberto out of Italy, Jarrell Cruz out of Puerto Rico, Gafari Badmos out of Nigeria, Malachi Austin out of Guyana, Botswana, country which seems to be reaping a lot of rewards lately, in the form of Letsila Tobago, as well as that huge diamond that they found there a couple of weeks ago. They have representing them in this 400-meter Ernest Kumevu with a personal best of 45.89. Out of Hungary, we have Arpad Kovacs. Japan, Kentaro Shirahata. And out of India, we have Jay Kumar. In heat number 3, your starters are as follows. For Japan, we have Ryota Oishi. Personal best 46.57. Sri Lanka, we have Kirulu. Again, 47.28. Personal and season's best. Germany, we have Max Huseman with 47.14. Australia, Terrell Thorne, 46.44. United States of America, CDNG with 45.62. To Morocco, we have Walid El Bousiri with 46.87. And out of China, Haran Fu with 46.46. Last but not least, we have Mikhail Kijowski representing Poland with 46.30. All right, so those are your starters for the semifinal for the 400 meters, and this is for the males. As soon as the males have completed their run, we will provide you with the starters for the female equivalent. All right, but in the meantime, we have the long jump happening in the background. This is the women's long jump happening in the background. Blessings, Mike. Blessings. Not so great yet. Not so great yet. We're getting there. Not so great. All right, so we have the 400 meters for men or for boys, whichever way you want to put it. This is the under 20 championship, folks. If you're just joining us, welcome to Halftime TV. The under 20 championship. No, so we have the 100 meters final coming up a little bit later on this evening. That will be done in a separate live stream from this one. So as soon as this live stream is concluded, we'll hop on over to the next one where we'll be covering the 100 meters final for both men and women. All right, so we have Lana Reed representing Jamaica in the 100 meters for girls, and for boys we have DeAndre Daly, both standout athletes at the Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs. So the athletes are already at their blocks. Remember, 6:22. So we're just about time for the 400 meters semifinals. There'll be 3 semifinals, as we mentioned a little bit earlier. The first 2 from each will progress automatically, and then we will rely on the next 2 fastest times across all the heats, across all the semifinals to fill out that final spot. All right, Gary Card didn't make it. No. Good evening to you too. Davia, good evening to you. Good evening. So good evening, everybody. I hope each and every one of you had a productive day today. I know it's Wednesday. Feels like it's Friday. The week is taking too long, in my opinion, to end. But one of those. Big up everybody, regardless of where you are in the world. Big shout out, as I said a little bit earlier, for those just joining us. If you want to watch the games live, the World Athletics Championship or World Athletics is bringing it on their website. So all you have to do, create an account. It takes less than 5 minutes, really. You put in an email address and name, email address, and that's it. You have full access to the events that are happening in Lima, Peru. All right, so if you want to watch it live, and the link, I shared the link on the community page as well. Yeah, it's one of those. All right, so the athletes are ready to go. The athletes are ready to go as we do a quick run through of the athletes lined up now. Athletes lined up. We have Kemario Bygrave, schoolboy standout. We have Jaden Davis of the United States with 45.49 as his seasons and personal best. Ocon out of South Africa running out the lane number 7, 45.41. And as a matter of fact, he is the fastest in this field. We have Jacob out of Poland, or Jacob, with 46.61. Out of Ireland, we have Sean Doggett with 46.71. He runs out the lane number 5. In lane number 4, we have Vinicius Mora, 46.32. He runs out of lane 4, as I said a little bit earlier. In lane number 3, we have Jaden Clement, Trinidad and Tobago, the second Caribbean representative in this race. In lane number 2, we have Jaden Clement, as I said, second Caribbean representative. And in lane number 2, we have Jet Grundy. Lane number 3, Jaden Clement. Athletes are ready to go, folks. They're on their marks. Two automatic qualifiers from each heat, and then the next 2 fastest times will advance. So 45.41 out of lane number 7, Ocon, and 45.49 Davis representing the United States out of lane number 8. Those 2 are expected to go shoulder and shoulder in this one. They're off to a blistering quick start. Kemario Bygrave on the outside, trying to get as much work done as possible. But Ocon and Davis, very calculated in their approach. In this one, 200 meters completed. Jaden Davis walks past Bygrave out of Jamaica as if he isn't there. Ocon saving that bit of energy for the final 100 meters. And now as we approach the final 100 meters, it's Davis in the lead, Ocon in second. Ocon seems to be walking this one, looking over his shoulders, but Davis powering through, and Davis wins it. Ocon in second, but I can tell that Ocon has a lot more in the tank. Ocon is telling everyone to calm down. It is just the semifinals. It is just a semifinal. Not getting too worked up, not to read too much into it, but we could tell from 200 meters in that Ocon had far more in the tank. Davis 45.79 wins it, and in second place Ocon with 47.08. Mora out of Brazil 47.29, and the Jamaican finishes all the way down in fifth. Looks like it's fifth place or fourth place. Yep, looks like the Jamaican finishes fourth. All right, so if we were to go by this race, then the Brazilian Vinicius Moura would be in to the finals. Kemario Bygrave out to Jamaica, not quick enough, and finishes outside the top three. So Jaden Davis 45.79, Udeme Ocon 47.08. Those are your automatic qualifiers from this race. Also, important note as well, the rest of the world has just caught up on us. All right, Daryl agreed. But yeah, and for those who usually donate or buy the stickers or do the super chat, just so you're aware, all proceeds from the next 3 or 4, I want to say the next 3 or 4 weeks worth of live streams will be going towards Halftime TV Back to School initiative. So if you consider putting anything towards the channel, just know that will be going towards the Back to School initiative. All right, so we're trying to support some youngsters in volatile communities in their back to school efforts, whether it's tertiary education, whether it's high school, that sort of thing. Want to give back a little bit. All right, so and that's both from the YouTube ads and what those on the channel, the members and other folks who just stop by contribute towards us. All right, so everything will be going towards the Back to School initiative. They peak from champs, nothing left, running with dead legs. And I was going to talk about that, I was going to talk about that because I know we stress the importance of champs and how much good champs has done, but sometimes we see the athletes at championships like these, and then it calls into question if champs is actually doing more harm than good. But I'll turn it over to you guys to determine, because I think when they do well, we don't hear anything about burnout from champs. However, when they don't do so great, it's always champs burnout or champs asking too much of the athletes and all of that. So it's something that will continuously be debated, whether or not champs, and I know champs is giving them all the exposure and all of that. And I had a conversation the other day with someone who actually said, and it was a valid point, that of the Jamaican athletes who actually decide to pursue those scholarships to go abroad, we seldom have anyone who stands out when they return to Jamaica. But that's definitely food for thought. But champs, NCAA, big initiatives are big approaches for these athletes. But is it really doing what we want it to do? Big conversation there. Thanks, Davia. Davidson. Thanks, Davia. Back to school for sure. Yeah. I think we need more role models in the communities, and with the lack of role models, I just felt as if we need to someone needs to start, right? So I'm trying to start. I'm trying to start. So yeah, we donate in the entire September and August towards the back to school initiative, whether it's helping with tuition or books or backpacks, and we know it's not much, but it's a start for a lot of these kids. All right, and we'll keep you posted too. Big up, Sir Mike. Yeah, I have PayPal, Sir Mike. And no pressure, folks. No pressure. No pressure. All right, so we're over to semi-final number 2. Semi-final number 2, folks. So the starters for semi-final number 2, we have Simone Giliberto out of Italy, Jorel Cruz out of Puerto Rico, Jafari Badmos out of Nigeria, Malachi Austin out of Guyana. As I said, the country that seems to be doing so well in all aspects. Botswana is represented in lane number 6 by Ernest Kumevu with a personal best of 45.89. Moving down the line, we have Arpad Kovacs out of Hungary with 46.32. In lane number 8, we have Kentaro Shirahata with 46.45. And in lane number 9, representing India, we have J. Kumar. Definitely, Davia. Definitely. We have to stress the importance of it, because now I think little value is being placed on education. So whenever we see folks are interested in going back to school or making efforts to go back to school, then we admire that and we do what we can to help it. All right. Because again, like, no, the conversation has deviated so much from the importance of education, and other things that I won't even elaborate on here have replaced education, so to speak. And as we've seen in the CXC and the CSEC results over the past couple of weeks. So this one is off. Kumevo looks to be in control. Or is he? So Ernest Kumevo out of Botswana, running out of lane number 6, looking impressive. As we've completed 200 meters and we're approaching the final 200 meters, we're seeing, is that Kovacs? So Kovacs in second, Shirahata out of Japan is in first, and Shirahata pushing through. So the Japanese finishes first. In second, we have Kovacs out of Hungary. In second, so 46.30 for Shirahata, who finishes first, and Kovacs 46.70 finishes second. Personal best for Shirahata there. Hello, good evening to you, Miss Dyer. Good evening to you. But yeah, as I was saying, whenever we see folks who are trying and making efforts to be better individuals and contributors to society, we do everything in our power to help them out. Okay, so you notice I don't normally come on here and ask for super chats or whatnot. So if you can contribute, fine. If you can't, a like on the video is enough, because we appreciate it regardless. Okay, but we're trying to get a back to school initiative going where we can help out a couple of kids. And I say a couple of kids because that is the ultimate goal. But if it's even one that we can make a difference, then I am more than happy to do that. And it has already begun. All right. So heat number 3 or semifinal number 3. Japan in lane number 2. And he'll be looking on and seeing what his countryman just did. We have Ryota Oishi, 46.57, season's best out of Sri Lanka. We have Kirulu in lane number 3. The German Max Hussmann in lane number 4. In lane number 5, we have Terrell Thorne with 46.44, representing Australia. In lane number 6, we have CDNG representing the United States with 45.62, the personal best and season's best there. Morocco runs out of lane number 7 in the form of Valid El Busiri, 46.87. China is represented in lane number 8 by Horan Fu, 46.46. And in lane number 9, we have Poland with Mikhail Kijowski, 46.30. And that is semifinal number 3 for the men's 400 meters, which is expected to kick off in a second. All right. Big up the entire Cayman Islands. Hyacinth Morrison, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, Hyacinth. We have 3 in the semifinal. No, we have 1 in the semifinal. We have 1 male in the semifinal. So let me pull this back up on the screen. Let's start sharing the screen again so folks can actually see what's happening. All right, so this is semifinal number 3 on your screen there. Semifinal number 3. So for the women, we have Shanique Williams, St. Elizabeth Technical in heat number 1 or in semifinal number 1. Yep, so Shanika Williams is now our only hope of actually getting someone in the 400 meters final. So qualifiers so far in the 400 meters, we have Jaden Davis of the United States with the fastest time so far in qualifying with 45.79. We have Kentaro Shirahata, who won semifinal number 2. He was seconded by Arpad Kovacs. Udeme Okon out of South Africa was second to Jaden Davis in that semifinal number 1. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier, semifinal number 3 is yet to come. Jamaica's Kemario Bygrave, so far with only 2 semifinals completed, we can see how far down the line he is. So no chance of him making it through to the finals So I think it's safe to say right now Jamaica won't have a representative in the 400 meters final for men. All right, so now over to semi-final number 3. Good evening from Guyana. Good evening, the entire Guyana Massive as well. Good evening, Cayman. Boss, you have 3 in the semi-final. Yeah. So we only have Shanique Williams and Kamaria Bygrave represented in the semi-final. Kamaria Bygrave out now. So Shanique Williams only hope of progressing through to the finals. Set. And the athletes are off. So the American CD Njai is in the lead right now, being chased by Terrell Thorne out of Australia as we approach the final 200 meters of this one. Njai still in the lead. Thorne trying to get as close as possible. 100 meters to go. Enjoy leaving everyone in his dust as we have the Sri Lankan Kirolo making a push for it. The Sri Lankan pushing through. Is it enough? So Enjoy for first. In second place, we have Terrell Thorne, and Kirulu looks to be third, or is he? So the Moroccan was third in the form of El Busiri, and Kirulu out of Sri Lanka was fourth. So first we have Enjoy with 46.56. Second, we have Terrell Thorne. And that was the final semi-final. What that means is we now have so Kumar El Busiri, they're the ones progressing through to the finals. So as you can see on your screen there, those are the results. Enjoy 46.56 wins the final semi-final for the men's 400 meters, I beg your pardon. And now we look towards the women. Again, big shout out to everyone. Big shout out to everyone who's tuned in this evening. Big shout out to everyone who's tuned in this evening. It's your first time tuning into Halftime TV. Welcome. If you're a returning resident, welcome back. And if you're passing through, we're happy to have you. All right, so don't be shy. Smash the like button, subscribe to Halftime TV, turn the notification on. That way, as soon as we go live, you receive a notification and you never miss out on any of the action that's happening, whether it's track and field, whether it's football. We have some football action coming up in the next couple of days as we speak. So stay tuned for that as well. Looking forward to seeing the Reggae Boys as they continue their quest. All right, so we have Nations League coming up in September, and we also have World Cup qualifiers coming up in quick succession after that. So you can go out and support the Reggae Boys if you're in the area. If you're in the area, go out and support the Reggae Boys always. Yeah, but as a reminder for those who are on the live stream, all contributions towards Halftime TV for the next 3/4 weeks, depending on how often we go live, will be towards back to school initiatives. So getting back to school supplies for kids at all levels, as a matter of fact, whether it's high school, tertiary education, or primary school. And we're trying to get some packages together for these kids to ensure that they can step out September morning feeling comfortable. All right. So all the likes, all the subscriptions, all the stickers or super chats, all of that will be going towards the Halftime TV Back to School initiative. All right. Reggae Boys are playing at the National Stadium on September 6th, I believe. Someone correct me. When September 6th? I think it's September 6th or 7th. One of them. I think it's September 7th, you know. But yeah. Go out and support the Reggae Boys. Go out and support the Reggae Boys, everyone. They need your support now more than ever. All right, so we're now over to the 400 meters for women. And the starters are as follows. I hope you can see it on your screen. If you can see it, drop some fire emoji. If you can't see it, let me know in the comment section. So in lane number 2, we have Julia Rocha out of Brazil. In lane number 3, we have Borghild Holstad from Norway. Shanique Williams out of Jamaica runs out of lane number 4. Lane number 5, we have the Colombian Paulo Loboa. In lane number 6, we have Zaya Akins with 51.33, the fastest among these athletes. 51.33, the fastest among the pack, and one of the overwhelming favorites to go ahead and win the entire thing. Zaya Akins in lane number 6. In lane number 7, we have Cara da Costa representing Great Britain. In lane number 8, Elisa Valencin representing Italy. And in lane number 9, Gemma Pollard with 52.97 represents Australia. Represents Australia. We'd better win a 100 meter or else. Yeah, that's where it's at a little bit later on this evening, folks. That's where it's at. Big ball game now for the Twins, eh? So Tia Clayton competing in the Diamond League, and I think. All right, down their marks, set, and they're off. As we said a little bit earlier, Zaya Akins out the lane number 6 want to keep an eye on, but Jamaica running out the lane number 4, trying to make up some grounds early on in this one, but Akins already making her move, dominating just about 180 meters into this one. We're approaching the final 200 meters now. Akins, no competition at this point, as she's already overtaken everyone. Final 100 meters, and we have Zaya Akins, Shanique Williams out of Jamaica, nowhere to be found. 100 meters to go, as we said, 70. Akins, she makes this one look so easy. Powering through, clean strides, proper technique. Akins now slows down and allows her momentum to push her through. And Zaya Akins wins it for the United States of America. She's the first one through to the finals for women. 52.11. Valencin out of Italy was second with 52.33. Loboa out of Colombia, 53.17. And Pollard out of Australia 53.49. So Shanique Williams out of Jamaica, nowhere to be found on this one. So semi-final number 1 for the women was won by the United States of America in the form of Zaya Akins. So no Jamaican athlete will be in the finals of the 400 meters. Again, no Jamaican will be in the finals of the 400 meters. No, Sir Mike, no parade. No parade. No parade, Sir Mike. Canada isn't big on track and field. Canada isn't big on track and field. I think there was a handful of fans who actually knew that Canada had won gold in the relays. So but yeah, congratulations again to the Canadian athletes who did their thing in the 4x100 meters. Okay, people, as we said a little bit earlier, we're going to take a quick break after the 400 meters is complete, and then we're going to reconvene in just a matter of minutes. It's not called primary school, though, Sir Mike. I don't call it primary school. Ooh, interesting technique there. Watching the long jump. All right, semi-final number 2 for women. Semi-final number 2 for women. The 100 meters final for women will go at 6:30 and then 6:47 for men. So what we'll do after the final semi-final, we'll take a quick break, maybe 5 minutes or so, and then we'll be back for our 100 meter live stream. All right, so those are your starters on your screen right now. In lane number 2, we have Madeleine Waddell out of New Zealand, 54.02 personal best. In lane number 3, we have Precious Molepo out of South Africa with 52.84 personal best. We have Maria Capota in lane number 4. In lane number 5, we have Naomi Castro with 53.07. In lane number 6, we have Charlotte Henrik representing Great Britain, 52.39. Canada, Diana Proctor runs out of lane number 7. Lane number 8, we have Joanna Martin representing Germany. And in lane number 9, we have Zita representing Hungary. The athletes are on their marks. All right, the athletes are off. Powering through. Remember, first 2 and the next 2 fastest times will advance through to the finals. Quick. Germany, Joanna Martin, Diana Proctor out of Canada as well. That's lane 7 and lane 8, looking good on the outside. Paying attention to the inside athletes, we have Great Britain's Henrik, but Germany, Joanna Martin, difficult to track this one. Looks like it's Henrik. Will it be? So Canada, in the form of Diana Proctor, wins it. Diana Proctor wins it for Canada. Well calculated race this time around. She waited until that final 30 meters to make her move. And that was just ideal for this race. So the results, this is semifinal number 2 of 3. We have Diana Proctor representing Canada finishing first with 52.59. Personal best for her there. In second place, we have Martin representing Germany with 52.69 and Henrik, Great Britain, with 52.74. Those are the top 3 from semifinal number 2 for you, the viewers and subscribers of Halftime TV. Now, we have one semifinal to go in this, the 400 meters for women. And the starters are as follows. Out of Uzbekistan, we have Honbibi Hukmova, personal best 54.12. Out of Norway, we have Al-Sadi in lane number 4, Amelia Rowe. Lane number 5, Ella Unjevevo. Lane number 6, we have Carolina representing Slovakia. Or is it? Yep. In lane number, or is it Slovenia? In lane number 7, we have Michaela Mouton representing the United States with a personal best of 50.96. Lane number 8, Lourdes Manuel representing Czech Republic. And in lane number 9, we have Dominika Duraj representing Poland. $100 meters still to come, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. So as soon as the final 400 meters is concluded, we're going to take a short break and we're going to hop on over to the next live stream that's prepared for the 100 meters final. And I think that will be a big one. I know folks usually invest a lot of energy in the sprints, and I know this time around will not be any different as we look to DeAndre Daly and Alana Reed to take home gold in their respective finals. We also have a poll ongoing in that regard, so you can check that out and leave your thoughts on that as well. Will the Jamaicans progress through to the finals? That was the question we asked at the beginning of the live stream. And we had 81% of our voters saying yes. We had 20% saying no. We have 140 votes that came in on that one. We're going to close the vote now. So let's end the poll. Just a quick recap. There will not be any Jamaicans in the finals of the 400 meters. There will not be any Jamaicans in the finals of the 400 meters. So we're now shifting our attention to a final or to finals that actually have Jamaicans in them. And that's the 100-meter final scheduled to take place in just about 20 minutes, thereabout, give or take. And Halftime TV will be bringing you full coverage of that as well. We've shared the link if you want to watch the Under 20 championship. If you want to watch your Under 20 championship live, I've shared the link on the community page. You can go over there. You can click the link, put in your name, your email address, and it directs you straight over to the World Athletics page that's actually bringing the meet, all right, or the championship. So on your screen now, you should be able to see the starters for this, the final semifinal. This is 3 of 3. Remember, first 2 automatic qualifiers, and then the next 2 fastest athletes will progress through to the finals. Lane number 2, hook mover. 3, Al-Saidi. 4, Row, Unojuvevo. In 5, Bakšnich. In 6, Mountain. In 7, Manuel. In 8, 9, we have Duraj. Those are your starters for semifinal number 3 of the women's 400 meters. And this is the semifinal, folks. First 2 qualify, and then the next 2 fastest will progress through to the finals. The athletes are ready to go. Halftime TV viewers, are you? And remember, this is semifinal number 3 of 3. We already saw both Jamaican athletes, Kemario Bygrave and Shanique Williams, Jamaica College and St. Elizabeth Technical. Both miss out. So now let's appreciate competition in its purest form. They're on their marks. Set. And they're off. Remember, this is a 400 meters, so one time around the track, folks. So the first 50 meters, all square. The Nigerian looking to make her move. And this is Ella Onojovevo. But also, we have the pole in Ayesadi. But it's a final 200 meters. Michaela Mountain. Where is she? Looks as if it's Onojovevo out of Nigeria in control of this one. Final 100 meters to go. Ella out of Nigeria. She is in control, or is she? As we see out of lane number 8, Czech Republic pushing through in the form of Manuel. Ooh. So Onojovevo finishes second. Manuel finishes first, representing the Czech Republic there. So Manuel in first, 51.91. Onojovevo, 51.99, finishes second. And Mountain, representing the United States, finishes third with 52.72. So Mountain is an automatic qualifier with 52.72. So now you can see on your screen. Let's do it this way. Yeah. So from semifinal number 1, we have Zaya Akins finishing first. And in second place, we have Elisa Valencin, national under 20 record, 52.23. Those were the automatic qualifiers. We won't win any of the hundreds. All right, Narcissus, we'll see. All right. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in for this, or coverage of the 400 meters semifinals for both men and women. Quick update. We will not be having any Jamaicans in the final of the 400 meters. And what we'll be doing now is we'll be taking a short break, and then we'll reconvene in just about 5 minutes with our coverage of the 100 meters final. So stay tuned, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. If you turn the notification on, it should be redirecting you to our next live stream. If not, you can exit this live stream and just hop on over to the next one. Until next time, remember, like, share, subscribe. Quick Link Shipping, all your shipping needs, anything you need shipped into the island, Quick Link Shipping has you covered. You can check out our sports store as well. All right, so big up everybody. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Peace out.